look at it, though, would you still are you with the panel though? You favor Navi after seeing everything, or I mean, Secret has a lot of stuns. I know their draft is weird, but stuns are always good, right?
I don't know. I guess it just depends on how this Enchantress Chen matchup goes for me, because I think the Mirana does fine, right? You're able to farm quite well against the Death Prophet, because your damage, I believe your base damage got buffed a while back. So I think you're better than you used to be in the mid lane. You don't have to worry about Spirit Siphon. And that Pango matchup for the Lone Druid, I imagine that's going to be an annoying lane for Pango. I don't think he's going to be very happy with that matchup. It looks like Earthshaker is going to be with him in the bottom lane, which is kind of what they were talking about on the panel, to expect the Chen versus Enchantress matchup. Now that whole shenanigan is going to go. One creep is going to be taken and passed around like 5 different times, I assume.
And we saw the whole issue, right, of Beastmaster into anyone who can take your creeps. Well, the board just kind of owns you, but I guess if you pair them together with someone who can take your board back, the lane is... It's just going to be a lot of, you have to do something first, we counter-react.
Yeah, and Troll's pretty good against the Beastmaster because he puts out all this physical damage, which is really easy to kill the boars early. He could just chuck out the ranged whirling axes and then kind of chase down the boar. And that's like the best way to defeat Beastmaster in lane. If you just always make sure he only has one boar on the field, then it's really easy to win that lane for any ranged hero.
Yep. To see if that is what's going to happen. That should be a crazy lane top. Middle lane, it is going to be that middle Nisha Mirana that we've seen a little bit in NA. I know he plays a carry as well as middle, but you just don't often see it cored up too much.
Okay, this is better for them, I think. Ilias is going to dodge the Enchantress. I don't know how that matchup goes, to be 100% honest, but apparently Ilias doesn't like it. And he's going to play bottom lane, and that'll be a lot better for Pasha. To be able to have a hero that is able to just help him deal with the harassment of the bear. The regen aura will really help him out.
Yep.
Poor so bad.
Yeah, he is getting bopped down, and look at this. The body block creep with the board. I don't think they're going to get this kill, but
no.
Just going to try to run, what is it, 290 versus 320. I mean, Enchantress will catch up. The boar has
got
350 move speed. Oh, no. The Fade Bolt's there. A lot of mine is damage, but he does have that enchant. Does he want to pop it out? The boar from the low ground. Oh, it actually misses. But it's still looking like a kill. This is the depressingly slow first blood. Oh, that just hurts to watch. You're like, come on, Rubik, run.
That's great.
So, in the bottom lane, I mean, I'm just curious how this lane gets played, because how does a Chen lane normally go, right? You think about Chen, you think about pushing towers, but in the early game, you don't really do that, right? You just sit around and poke and prod and keep your lane partner up, or how do you play a Chen lane?
I think how you play this Chen lane is you're just purely helping Pasha get CS and keep him alive. I don't think you can really harass Matumba Man or the bear out of lane too much. You're definitely not going to be able to push this tower. I think it's just about being able to allow Pasha's life to be a little bit easier.
Because, I mean, Pasha, you get him a quick 6, you get him an item. Probably the best, I don't want to say the best team fighter in the game, but early game, you're just rolling around. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he could absolutely be deadly. Sadly, he is going to be met by a couple of problems. You have the Fisher block as well as the biggest one, the Primal Lore from Zai. Zai, though.
What's he doing? Pushing a little far forward there, a lot far forward. He'll go down. They'll trade it up 1-for-1. Crystallize says, all right, lost my chicken, but you know what? When it's back left, I got a full another Wraith Band.
That was a little bit weird. It felt like Saberlight the other day when he just like ran in and died.
Oh, the Centaur
But I know that
slaughter,
one wasn't intentional from Zai, because he had a healing salve on his courier, and it was right at the tower, and he had still 2 tangos to work with. I guess he just did not expect that much damage to come out.
In the middle lane, you'll see. That's why Mirana pretty decent against that Death Prod. You know, Spirit Siphon, just leap away.
She does a great job keeping her distance against the Death Prophet. And don't you have, you have over 600 attack range now on Mirana.
Yep. So you should be able to zone out decently. What is going on? 13-6 going up, it's 15-4, the very even middle. And then the Troll, he's the biggest, 19-9 in the top lane. Lone Druid 16-3. So Navi, they're not up gold right now, but it feels like the people who need gold are getting it for them. Where do you want to see the rotation? Is it just going to be like this Earth Shaker probably for Secret roaming around randomly, and then maybe the Rubik tries to make some plays, or does Navi just want to sit in their lanes more so?
I was trying to think about that because I was trying to think about what does Mirana want to do in this game. Do you want to rotate? Because obviously Death Prophet wants you to kind of leave the lane, and then you can pressure that tower. Or maybe, like, what timing does Mirana play for? Because maybe you farm up quite a bit. Maybe she turns into more of a right clicker. The only person I've really seen play mid Mirana is... damn, I've lost the name now. There's just been one player who's been playing it. Oh, Nisha, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, he is. Getting run down.
Deadly.
Oh, my goodness. It doesn't have any more mana.
Yeah,
they glyph it up.
And
but here comes the Boulder Boy. Nah, he backs up.
Okay, so Earthshaker threatens mid lane a little bit. Like, I might be able to Fisher arrow you, but Chen quickly shoves any ideas for Secret to make plays there.
And now he's level 3, so he has 2 creeps. He has 2 Boulder Boys. These guys hurt, especially when you split them up. They do the same amount of damage, less stun, but they just do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it's so good for being able to dive towers. Matama Man.
Bottom, by the way. It looks like they might. Matama Man, do we have another Boulder? No, he's used both of them, but he does get the lucky shot. This should just be a rundown, and it is. But so bad, dying in the top lane to a gank from YapzOr. But I'm pretty sure Navi, they have to be happy with that. A support for a core.
Oh, yeah. Ilias did a great job picking up double the Boulder Boys, and then he basically waited to go gank as he timed out. So he checked one boulder, it timed out, like broke apart. He was able to double chuck after that point in time. So that's 4 different boulders he was all able to throw all at once. And now they actually can push that tower. I did not expect them to be able to do so against Lone Druid because I didn't think he was just going to die, but...
But now Ilias, you might have pushed forward. It is a level 5 Lone Druid. He has the level 3 bear. Root lasts a little bit longer. It feels like all he needs is one more root. Will he get it? That is the question of the minute, and there it is. Does get disarmed on the Lone Druid himself, so it's just the bear attacking, but it will still be enough. Pasha, get to run him down. He needs some support element. Guess what? He has it. It's YapzOr. Drops down the ward. Just hits him with the stun. Let him know you're here.
Regen rune for Magical.
Ooh, fill up that bottle. Feeling good. Middle? It looks like the CS, the DP's losing, but I feel it's pretty even. Looking at the net worth. Actually, I mean, looking at the net worth, I lied. It is 700. Am I crazy? I didn't realize. I thought he was doing good.
Magical was definitely copping a lot of damage. I was watching the way that Nisha was definitely abusing the fact that he's got a better attack animation and slightly more attack range. So basically, there was 2 attacks from Nisha for every 1 from Magical. I think Magical also tried to challenge a little bit too much.
Yeah, you're like, I got the spirit.
Oh, the arrow blinds out into Magical, almost caught him.
Damn. And they ping it out. He's like, all right, going back to base. DP, we'll see. Still no ulti. Sometimes you see people get at level 6 just to pressure and chip the tower, but for now, maxed out Crypt Swarm and Spirit Siphon.
Again, probably because he was getting pressured by the Mirana so much that he felt like he was never going to be in a position where he was strong enough to use an early exorcism to hit mid-tower, right? It's like, if you can't even approach the hero that's in the lane, then what good is your ultimate going to do? So he's going to focus a little bit more on farming, and this is what I was questioning earlier. Is Nisha going to rotate early, or is he going to stick it to the Death Prophet? And rotation early on to Crystallize going to net a kill.
Arrow, yeah, that's an easy one. The Roar, not even being used before, and there's going to be a stun on Death Prophet, so they're going to try to get Puppy. It's just a level 3 Enchantress, and oh no, don't let it be so. They don't. They get the kill. Yeah, you'd feel, Navi. And they bring it down to a 1K gold lead now, as middle lane is getting pushed in, not by the DP who's top, but this Chen solo pushing some towers. Arrow whiffs the golem. And there's an urn already picked up by Pangolier, level 6, so you might be seeing some rotations from them.
Yeah, not your normal item, but you don't actually have an urn hero on this team, and you need it against Lone Druid quite badly.
Yeah.
Because not only is he tanky, so the percentage damage is good against him, but he also has that spirit link, the shared lifesteal. When you're focusing on the hero and the bear is just nailing somebody, it actually increases the survivability of the hero so much.
Yeah. It goes up, man. It scales pretty well with that spirit link as you're talking about.
All right, they need this gank to go well, but looks like Matamba Man is out. So as soon as he shows himself at top, they're just going to all-in Exorcism, push the tower most likely.
Yep, so it might be is this looking like a tier 1 for tier 1?
Oh, never mind. The tower's quite low, and they still don't have Exorcism. So, yeah, tier 1 for tier 1, which is the advantage of Secret just because their tower is already so low.
Yeah.
even more so to their advantage if the smoke gank successfully picks off mid and they're pushing 2 towers at once. But Crystallize is playing a bit cautious right now. He's not showing himself too much in that mid lane.
Yeah, he has to know something, though. He's like, wait, why is there only a lone druid hitting this tier 1 tower top? Where did the Beastmaster go? Where did Yapzor go?
Yeah.
Hell, where did Puppey go? Well, Puppey's TPing down bottom, and this should just... Is this tower going down? It looks like it might go down. Dire is rotating over, though. Still no ultimate death prop. It has an Invis rune, though. And this tower is going down. Whether denied or just picked off, it is below deny range, 148.
They may leave it alive.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, just because the mid tower
it
is
is still
so
high
important.
HP as well. Like, it's the highest possible deny range, and, you know, you can just TP in if you have someone.
But you could see the difference between the two teams. Secret recognized their strength in the Lone Druid and abused that by having him solo take the tower and making heavy rotations to mid, while Na'Vi felt like they had to commit more to be able to take that bottom lane tower. They did deny mid, but it does now mean that that Dire jungle, it's kind of free for the taking at this point.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to play? Because last game it was pretty obvious. You had, like, the carry, but this game it's a lone druid who we saw play active last game. Is he going to play more farming?
I think so,
lane?
yeah.
Goodbye, Puppey.
I think in this game, you probably play a heavier farming style. Magical, nice bait.
Yeah, we were going to have a kill on Chen top, but into the middle river as well. Yeah,
Dodges
he's
the
dead.
Fissure, too.
Well played, 1 for 1. Just support for a support. The only scary part is top lane, Beastmaster and Lone Druid, they could definitely think about maybe even pressuring this top tower, but no, Zai says I'm just going to dominate your jungle. Okay, Arrow flies out. Magical has to just run. Nisha, almost a half level above the DP. Now, you like this Deso? So I remember I used to watch it always be like Maelstrom, but seems Deso's going back. We see it on Ember Spirit a lot more as well. It doesn't feel like it's like, you're not like, I guess everyone just is reasonably low armor on the other team but Troll, so make it lower.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, it does amp up the Lone Druid's damage, which is pretty nice, and they do have a lot of physical damage coming from the like the help of the Beastmaster as well with all his summons and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess MKB was another item that you would sometimes go in earlier metas with core Mirana.
As the Pasha ulti, we're trading a Pango ult for a Mirana ulti as the Boars hit him with the drive-by. Doesn't get slowed down. I didn't realize the boar poison doesn't go on you if you're rolling.
Yeah, I don't think it pierces magic immunity, so.
Cool to know. Well, Puppey's just sitting in the bottom lane by himself, playing in that dead lane as Crystallize runs down there. You do got to be careful because Troll is one of the few heroes who can solo kill you.
Yeah, certainly. He is going to have some issues being kited, though. Up against a Mirana, a Beastmaster with a Primal Roar, and then the Lone Druid offers a lot of disables. I'm a bit concerned about that, but at least he can, like, man-fight the bear. That is his biggest advantage, is that when he does get locked down, you can still fight. You can still attack, right? So you can just turn and fight the bear a bunch. I'm just concerned early on that he's going to get bullied quite a bit.
Yeah, as we see Puppey just hiding his way into the trees as Crystallize and Pasha sit on that high ground. Pretty similar position, pretty much exact similar positioning from both teams as Zai.
He's sitting here going like, spot. Is Pasha going to help him or what?
He's just like dying to these big neutrals like, hello?
Like, you could disarm him for him, dog.
God, dude, those Ancient Prowler, when those Ancients came out, people thought there was bad creeps before. Getting hit by one of those bad boys, oof.
Yeah.
Not pretty. And this top, I mean, it's dead. You're not defending this. You've got everyone here, including the Blightstone, the Bear, and Zai. Zai's sitting on the high ground, just giving everyone the aura.
Look at what Magical's doing, though. He popped Exorcism and is chipping away at the tower like a Leshrac.
Yes.
So,
just sitting there.
Fortunately, Secret, they were aware of that and defended a little bit. Backdoor protection wasn't up or anything, but they did pop the glyph.
Well, looks like the tier 1 will go down, possibly. I mean, Puppey and Yapzor are here. It's very strange positioning from both teams. Neither one would get out, and you see Magically pings. He's like, yo, we got to get this tower with this Exorcism.
Yeah, just a couple more seconds, but the team fight afterwards could be bad because they know Exorcism on cooldown. But
and I like this, right? It looks like all the Dire creeps are kind of protecting from the arrow Nisha was trying to set up for, so they will get out. They get the tower. It's a 3K lead still for Secret, definitely in the lead, but a lot more movement this game from Na'Vi in general.
Yeah, one of the concerning things is Secrets, they're ahead. They've got a bunch of physical damage, And when you're ahead on Radiant side, Roshan is super easy for you to take, right? Because naturally you play into the Dire jungle, so you kind of own the area that Roshan is in. From your triangle into the Dire jungle, that's like your diagonal half of the map.
And it looks like I don't want to say free Rosh as Na'Vi walks over,
I think it's a free Roshan.
Pretty free. I would
With
say,
no exorcism, I don't think Na'Vi could fight even if they knew it was up.
Yeah, they could try, but it would not end well for them probably.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's one of those times. You see, sometimes you know losing that Rosh is a big deal, but you don't want to lose Rosh and all your lives.
Right.
And so what do you, if you're Secret, do you just bully down towers now with this? Because they give it to the Mirana again, not to the Lone Druid, as you talked about, who kind of just has that extra 500,000 HP depending on his ult.
I think there's either two moves here. You either, at some point in time, pressure that mid tier 2 tower, and if you take it, you take over their triangle, or at some point in time you like smoke up with Earthshaker and Mirana, and you sweep through your own Radiant jungle to flush them out. Both plays basically limit the areas that Na'Vi can farm. Right? You either take over their triangle or you flush out the Radiant jungle and maybe kill somebody there.
Uh-oh, so bad. There's the roar. There's the kill. Simple as that. So many stuns. If you're found out by yourself, you're going to die to see. That's the one thing. Maybe they don't have the best scaling lineup as they're talking about, but you got so many stuns. Every single hero if you include the root. And so already, as you talked about, we saw 2 heroes actually from Radiant sweep through that bottom Radiant jungle, and now they haven't even taken the tier 2, but they have taken over this Radiant, or the Dire triangle, pardon me.
Yeah, taking the bottom tier 1 and tier 2 is like a bit of a process. You have to bring a lot of heroes to sort of an area of the map that is a dead end if you can't actually take those towers. And it creates a lot of space for the enemy team because they can play basically 3/4 of the map at that point in time. So oftentimes it's just better to take over the triangle without
Dead Prophet, Fissured, arrowed. We just talked about the stuns, and he has the death, so there is a miss. The miss might actually save him. It did. Oh my goodness, there is 2 Mirana misses. Now they're rolled through. This is the fight Na'Vi needs to take, but instead Pasha, he's rolling around, but he's getting destroyed by this Mirana from the high ground, who does have the Aegis, wants to tank up. Troll does get stunned. He's by himself, but he wants to get this kill on Zai. Pasha does end up dying on the backside. There's the dunk. It hits him. Troll gets his ulti out, but he is definitely by himself, and I love it. Nisha and Puppey go to the backside. Ilias get it go down. There goes Crystallize, but no, the Chen does survive. But that almost felt like a best case scenario fight for Na'Vi, and they still couldn't get anything.
You see part of his ultimate, by the way, because you target onto heroes first, you ignore the bear if there's a hero in range. So the bear can actually entangle you while you're trying to run after a hero. I didn't even think about that situation. That kind of sucks.
Because usually the whirling axe, you're like, oh, he's not going to be hitting me. But no, it happens. Feels that. And this, seeing the Mirana just, I mean, super farm, but the Des I loved it. Just from the high ground, right-clicking the rolling penguin's like, wait, I got to roll out of here now. He was just eating. You'll see it right here.
Good example of like where the Maelstrom wouldn't have been the same kind of threat, right?
Like, look at that. Just takes him down all the way. He rolls away. He ends up dying because he actually swashbuckles into Yapsor's stun. I didn't see that. That hurts. And yeah, right there. The ulti, he does end up getting his ult up on the Troll, but this is one of those where you're just dead. And you talked about, there it was, the root, as he was trying to run to attack the Lone Druid himself. And all right, we got some action. It's going to be the ulti. Moonlights are going to take us. Are you a day or a night guy, Cap? Like, when you go outside, would you rather see the sun, or are you like one of those guys who likes to see the stars?
I'm more of a night guy, I think.
I feel you. Same. I love the bright sky. Nothing like looking up the stars. You know, your dreams are up there, Cap. And, well, Na'Vi, their dreams, they're being taken away right now as the last Tier 2 tower goes down before the 18-minute mark. Ouch. 8K lead. This is... It felt like a not as bad of a game for the last, like, 15 minutes. These last two, that one fight into... Or the Roche into the fight, into all the towers, and you're just super behind now.
Yeah, I think they needed to be able to utilize Pasha's Pango with the Death Prophet and force fights a little bit more with Exorcism Rolling Thunder.
Oh, arrow. Whoa, I don't know if he missed it and then he almost re-hit it from the swashbuckle, but they make it away. Uh-oh. Uphill, Navi wants to run, but guess who's waiting for him? The double boar lone druid bear are just eating him alive, but they do find Zai. Can they bring him down? A nice roll through. He hits him twice, hits him a third time, gets her off. Zai's alive on the backside. It's going to be the death run, who is just getting right-clicked down, but he gets the Yules off, and there is a Spirit Siphon. He's getting healed up. The Chen helping a lot. Do we still have the Aegis is the question. They do, and there's the dunk. It hits onto 4 of them. Oh, God, have mercy on their souls. Nisha back alive. Crystallize pops the ulti. It's not going to matter. Yapzor stun, and GG just gets called. This, I thought the panel said that Navi might have been favored this game. My friend, this was a sub 19-minute game when it got called.
Yeah.